Huh? See, God, when a miracle takes place, it's because God intervenes on a natural situation that otherwise would turn out a certain way. If you got a fourth stage of cancer, God intervenes because in the fourth stage of cancer, the doctors are bringing you off and they're ready to send you to hospice. But God gets the glory when he heals you, even when you're in that fourth level of cancer. Oh, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Logic is okay, but we got a God who deals with not only logic, but he deals with illogical situations. Why do you think he used the small to confound the wise? He used the simple to confound the wise. But yet he'll reveal himself to someone who don't know anything. Oh, my God, my God. Come on. See, with logic, right? Logic can't explain. Then man stopped looking at themselves and they look to God. And when we look to God, we realize that God calls us into love, power, and soundness of mind, soundness of thought, soundness of action. God did not call us into fear because he has not given us the spirit of fear. He said, I'll give you all good gifts, and fear is not a good gift. Oh, my God, my God. Somebody say, this is no place for cowards. This is no place for cowards. This is no place for cowards. On this morning, I was meditating on my way here, and I got about halfway down. I got around mile marker, well, I actually got down around mile marker 41, or mile marker 14. And when I got around mile marker 14, the Lord spoke to me. He said, when you get to church, I want you to do something unusual. I'll tell you what it is, not for the sake of telling you what it is, but I'll tell you what it is. He told me I want you to go outside, and I want you to begin to march around some things. I want you to begin to pray out loud. I said, Lord, I'm going to look crazy out there doing that. I'm going to look like I done lost my everlasting mind. I said, people who even know me going to look like, what's wrong with him? Huh? Nope. But he said that, son, guess what? If you want what I have for you, this is no place for cowards. You cannot be scared of what people say about you. You cannot be scared of man in his faces because man cannot do anything for you. Man does not have a heaven or hell to put you in. I want you to be strong and of good courage. Hallelujah. This walk of faith is something about it. This walk of faith is no place for cowards. Huh? How can you witness the gospel to someone if you're scared? Huh? How can you live a life that is set apart if you're scared to? If you're scared for other people to look at you. But I know this walk of faith is not for cowards because each and every day is getting harder and harder to stand up because the worldly way tends to try to make us shut up. This world is riding us and it's derailing so many Christians as they are fooled into thinking perhaps they misread the word. Perhaps they are not being tolerant. Perhaps they're being bigoted. Perhaps they are thinking wrong on the subject such as same-sex marriage.
Right about it.
But it's not your thinking, nor is it your standing, nor is it that you are being challenged. It's simply they're trying to challenge the word of God. The world system wants you to get in line with the enemy's plan to destroy us. The world system wants you to cooperate in your own destruction. The world system wants you to pour gasoline on yourself and then it'll give you a match and say, okay, go ahead and strike the match. The world system is working very hard to destroy us of faith, but now is the time, this is the place where we have to be strong and of good courage because this is no place for cowards. Yeah. Cowards can't even walk the street. Can't walk the street. They can't go into places that the children of God have been commanded to go into. Huh? And not only commanded, we just flat out required to go into places where other people won't go. Huh? In order for this gospel to reach the world, you have to go into the world. You have to go outside these walls. You have to go outside the sanctuary of the place of repair. You have to go out there and get into the battle, get broken, get beat, get bloodied up while you're in the battle, and then come back into the house of the Lord for your restoration. And then guess what? Get back into the game.
Yes.
I mean, look, I'm not one to talk about preachers, but I'm just saying, I shudder when I think I mean, I physically tremble when I think of the many cowards who are ministering the word today. Ministering the gospel even on this morning. Mega preachers like Joel Osteen, Rick Warren, and even T.D. Jakes dodged the question of same-sex marriage. They were scared, I guess, they would offend or lose those big, heavy, tight checks of the LGBT. I guess they were scared that they would lose those offerings of things that they were getting. But beloved, if I have to preach to two chairs, excuse me. And this is what the Word of God says. The Word says that you will come out of your situation. The Word says that you will be blessed if you do what God said. If I have to preach to two chairs, then that's what I do. If I have to find a big rock to preach on, I will preach on a big rock, Because believe me, I'm not going to stand before an angry God. I won't be in the hands of an angry God just to placate you, just to satisfy you, just so that you can come in here. I will not be in his hand and at his mercy, because he's going to not have mercy when I fail to do what he called me to do. Yes. This is no place for cowards. This is no place for cowards. This is no place for cowards. I'm going to stand for the truth. I'm going to stand on the truth. I will always love the sinner, but I'm going to hate the sin, and I'm going to preach against sin. Amen. Hallelujah. I told you before, I would rather educate you into heaven and into the presence of God and not have to answer God for failing and letting you go into hell. Let's be honest now. As Christians, sometimes we're soft on sin. And we think that God has called us into the fallacy of being soft. We mistake love as conforming and coming into agreement with what is wrong. In an instant, I've seen many Christians, don't tell the truth. You are in danger of hellfire. But guess what? I love you anyway, but you're in danger of hellfire. Because the Word of God says this. I do love you, but I have to tell you the truth. My God. We mistake it, and we think that love means something that it doesn't mean. Love doesn't pat you on the head or on the back for everything you do, because everything you do isn't righteous. Love sometimes has to kick you in the pants and smack you in the face. Love sometimes has to pinch you. The Lord has called us out of complacency from cowering every time the enemy launches an attack on the truth. When the enemy launches an attack on the truth, we automatically go into cowering mode. You can't be ashamed of the truth. You can't be. Because Luke 9:26 says, whoever is ashamed of me and my words, the Son of Man will be ashamed of them when it comes to his glory and the glory of his Father and the holy angels before his Father. The Lord expects us as the church to speak the truth. He expects us to speak the truth. But if we do not speak the truth, how is the world going to hear the truth? The world won't hear the truth if we don't speak the truth. Amen. They won't hear the truth. The church is complaining about how the world treats us. Well, we acting just like the world. Why should they treat us that way? Everything they do in the world, we try to drag up in the church and try to make it holy. Everything they say in the world, we try to drag up into the church and try to make it like it's all right to say that in the church. No, we have got to reverence the things of God and what God has set up for us to do. My God, my God. Lord says, speak the truth even if it's uncomfortable. Speak it when it's comfortable, speak it when it's uncomfortable. Why else would Paul say in 2 Timothy 4:2, preach the gospel, be quick to preach the gospel. Whether they want to hear it or whether they not want to hear it. Whether they're on Facebook, whether they're walking around while you're preaching the word, no matter what, you still preach the gospel. If they look like they're doing whatever they're doing, don't worry about it. You speak the word, because the word is going to do the work. Because the word will go out and it will not return unto me more. Because the word is what's going to change somebody's life. Don't worry about what they look like when they look at you. You just be strong and of good courage. Don't be a coward, because this is no place for cowards. Right. My God. Amen. Preach the word. He was telling Timothy this, and this applies to preachers today. Preachers, you're going to run into opposition when you're preaching the truth. You better believe you're going to run into opposition when you're preaching the truth. When you're telling somebody something contrary to what their flesh wants to hear, you're going to run into opposition. When you're not giving them ear-tickling words, then you're going to run into opposition. When you're giving correction, you're going to run into opposition. Even when you're not giving direct correction, you're just preaching the truth, you're going to run into opposition. That's the nature of it. And unless you know that you're on the right track, when you run into opposition, when you say, there it go, I knew it was coming. Preachers, you're going to run into it. You're going to run into it when people are looking for ear-tickling words. And all those people who respond to, they only respond when prophecy of wealth is coming forward. You're going to have houses and cars and land. Oh, God's getting ready to bless you. He's getting ready to pour out some things in your life. But they will not respond when the word goes forward. Said, but you got to fix these things first.
Yes.
You got to fix these things. You can't live any kind of way. You cannot live any kind of way because it's an affront to God when you try to live any kind of way and then expect him to bless your mess. God does not bless mess because God is not the author of mess. Oh, my God, my God, my God. Hallelujah. Saints, we can't be the world. We can't be the world. We got to stop trying to be like the world. Wearing everything that the world wears. Huh? I ain't telling you that you're going to hell for painting toenails. I ain't telling you, that's crazy. But even then, that had a reason. I'm sure it was a reason. It was about sanctifying people. I'm sure it had its purpose. Huh? I ain't telling you you're going to hell unless your dress wrap up all around your feet and then come back up to your shoulders. I ain't telling you that. I ain't telling you to dress all like that. No, I'm not telling you that. But what I'm telling you is that holiness is not an option. I'm telling you, you have to live the way that God Almighty desires for you to live in order for you to receive those great blessings. Because guess what? This is no place for cowards.
Yes.
Just saints of God, we got to lift up the standard. We got to lift it up. We got to lift up the standard. You have to be strange. You got to be peculiar in this world. Because the world is full of cowards. The world doesn't need any more cowards. The world has plenty of cowards. The world has cowardly politicians that are kissing babies and handing out lollipops and lying to you in your faces.
All right now.
The world has plenty of cowards. We don't need any more cowards because guess what? God has not called us into cowardice. Not one time have I seen God use somebody that's remained a coward. He called them up out of their foolishness and said that you do not have to live this way. I call you a mighty man of valor, Gilead. I call you as a man that's after my own heart, and I'm going to shape you. Oh, my. What the Lord spoke to when he first spoke to Saul, the first king of Israel. Saul was scared. Saul was timid. Saul was afraid. Only place in the Bible where I've seen the word stuff used. God spoke because the prophet said, wonder where Saul is. And God said, he's back there hiding among the stuff. He's back there behind the stuff. It's stuff not even important enough for me to enumerate what it is. I'm not going to tell you he's hiding behind the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci bags. I'm not telling you he's hiding behind the rolling trunk. And I'm not going to tell you he's hiding behind 3 or 4 suit bags over there. He's hiding back there among the stuff. But when God spoke to him and God began to work on him and God allowed him to be in the presence of the school of the prophet, and then a new heart came upon him, and then what was once cowardice became boldness before the Lord. And as long as Saul stayed in the will of God, then Saul was always bold and courageous. But the moment he got out of the will of God, he began to be a coward.
That's it.
That's the same thing with us. As long as you staying in the will of God, you can be bold. Oh, but see, a saint know when they're wrong. They know when they're wrong. When they're wrong, they're all shaky and flaky. They're all scary and scary. I couldn't get the word around scary. They're all scary and cherry. Hallelujah. We don't need any more cowards in this world. We got to be the peculiar people. We got to be weird, different. We have to show love when the world shows hate. We cannot be cowards. Hey, a coward will easily back up on you and get mad with you. That's what a coward would do. My God, my God. We cannot be scared of the world because the world can't do nothing to us. It says you need to be scared of God who can vanquish you forever into hell. You may be asking me today, Pastor, what's this got to do with me? It sounds good on paper, but what really does this have to do with me? Just how is this applicable to me in my current situation? Pastor, you don't know what I'm going through. The devil is a lie. I know what you're going through. There ain't a single level of poverty that I haven't been at that you may be at right now. I know what it is to live without. I know what it is to, my brother was telling me something yesterday, it was so silly. I said, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I was telling Kendrick, my son said, Kendrick, we used to buy our Converse there once every 6 months. He turned to Kendrick, he said, yeah, we bought one for all 5 kids, and when it was my turn to wear, I had to put tissue in the toes. I was like, oh. yeah, exactly. I know that you're going through things. You probably said, Pastor, just how can I use this word? Well, there are many of you who have not reached your potential. You're still languishing in a circle. You're still going around in a circle. You're still doing what I used to do whenever my mom tried to comb my hair. You're still in one place, and you wonder why you in one place. Oh, I got some medicine for you, Many of us are floundering, and we are unsure of the word of prophecy that has come to us many times before. This is not the first time you heard the prophecy telling you that you're going to be blessed. But see, the problem is that you're scared to step out on faith. The word of God says in order to be blessed, we have to have 2 elements at work in our life. 2 elements at work in our life. The word says we have those 2 elements active in our lives. The first is faith.
Yes.
You got to have faith. Without faith, you cannot please God. You can't please God. Why do you think the gallery of faith shows all those faithful people? God was not talking about the unfaithful people that he tried to bless. No, he was talking about the faithful people that he was blessing. First element is faith, and the other is works. Works shows your faith. It shows your faith. Didn't James say that? He said, faith without works is dead. As you show me your faith, I'll show you my works. You have got to walk in and walk toward the blessing, even when it don't look like it. Even when it don't look like it. My God, my God. I wasn't a U.S. Marine, but I read something about a U.S. Marine that was quite interesting. It said that on every Marine uniform, they have the lapels and they have places where they put their normal rank insignia, but somewhere on their uniform, hidden out of place, they have the next rank. Hidden out of place, their next rank, the rank that they want to attain. And no matter how many Marines you poll and look at, and I know quite a few Marines, no matter how many you ask the question, you ain't going to find one that has a lesser rank than what they currently got hidden. Because they're not seeking to go lower, they're seeking to go higher. You go higher by the faith that you have. Even though you may not have everything that you need in the natural right now, you have got to trust God that he's going to provide the breadcrumbs along the path that he wants you to take. You had these prophecies come to you. I mean, I know you had a lot of prophecies come to you and had you excited, had you encouraged. But those who I'm talking to right now are wondering why it hasn't come into its fullness. It ain't going to come into your fullness if you sit there on it. When Elijah was told to go and do some anointing of people as kings, Elijah immediately did that. If I remember the story correctly though, it was Elisha was told to go and anoint a person